What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Pulls it, fired complete. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To throw, it's Russell. Fakes to grab. At the 35, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
And the quick shuffle pass. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks into the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had 1 extra. It only took 9. great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense will get the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got a man, it's Skinner. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
There he goes. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Wilcox. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Saunders. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
They came ready to play, guys. Offense goes right down the field on their first drive to score a touchdown. Now their defense is playing lights out. 2nd sack of this opening drive. And one thing this coach does a great job of, he gets his team ready to go, and you're seeing it here on the big stage.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
I think that's an easy decision for the QB, too. It's 3rd and long. You're in field goal range. You've got an opportunity at 3 points. That play designed to try and get the first, but it's not there. Give the defense credit. Throw it away. Let's get the kicker out on the field.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Running to Green.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The toss to the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Using the quick game. At midfield, he's got room. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Making side adjustments here. Toss sweep to the right. Breaks into the open. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Boston College. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls it in. It's Wilcox.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Saunders. Makes the catch. It's Wilcox. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, spin move. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for him. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Looking for space. It's Berry. Turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Might as well give it to him again.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Finds a crease at the 20. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Back to pass. It's Russell. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to... away to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. There he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Skinner. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking to throw at Saunders. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That pulls them to within 15. 28-13 the score.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room.
Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They go to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Gets it out fast. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Wants to throw it. Back's got it. Touchdown tie! And the beatdown has ensued.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch.
Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll leave it with him. Across the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Sends it back in motion. Floats it out in space. To the 15. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Eastern Michigan. Any big developments here on the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield, it's Saunders. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilcox. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll give it to him again. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give him credit, too, because
quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out getting an interception. Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Patterson. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The pitch to the left. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Kick is in the air. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running into the open space. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
To the air, it's Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Snags it down the right side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Longo. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.